Welcome to the Delaware Mortgage Rate Weekly Mortgage Market Update for the week of July 6, 2015. Hello, I'm John Thomas with Primary Residential Mortgage, here to give you an update. Well, last week was good for mortgage rates. If you take a look at the bond chart on the screen, you can see we finally stopped selling off. We hit a floor of support. We rallied higher on Friday after the jobs report. We also had some bad news coming out of Greece. So Greece basically had a deal, then they rejected a deal, and they were telling the voters they're going to have a vote on Sunday, yes or no, to accept the creditor bailout. So the vote on Sunday was a big no, 61%. So the markets aren't going to like that. We think the stock market's going to sell off when it opens on Monday, and the bond market's probably going to rally. So with that in mind, we're going to recommend floating your Delaware mortgage rate to start the week to see if the bonds can rally on the news coming out of Greece that there is going to be no deal. They're not going to take the creditor's bailout. So float your Delaware mortgage rate, see what happens. In economic news, big report on Thursday was the jobs report for June 2015. It showed 223,000 jobs were created, below expectations of 230, which still wasn't bad. Unemployment rate dropped to 5.3% from 5.5%. Sounds like good news, but it was not good news because the drop had nothing to do with people going back to work. Over 400,000 people dropped out of the workforce. That's what dropped the unemployment number. They stopped counting as many people. And we see that if you look at the labor force participation rate, the LFPR, that dropped to a 38-year low, dropped from 62.9 down to 62.6%. So that's why the unemployment dropped, because people no longer counted in the unemployment, but they're still out there not working. So overall, not a good report. The market didn't like that. That helped, but that's what helped the bonds rally on Friday. And in other economic news, consumer confidence came out for June, surged higher to 101.4, which was above expectations and a big jump from May's reading of 94.6. So consumer confidence going up because people are thinking the job market's improving. So we'll have to see if that continues as the year progresses. In housing news, pending home sales for May 2015 were up 0.9% from April. But that was good, but they're up a whopping 10.4% from May of 2014. Best number in 9 years. Now remember, pending home sales measures the number of new contracts on existing homes that are for sale. So that shows a strong resale market. We're looking for that to continue throughout the summer into the fall. So it's a great time to get out there and buy a home. In other housing news, Congress has a bill that will help put private money back into the flood insurance market. It's the Flood Insurance Market Parity and Modernization Act. So the legislation addresses two primary impediments to the development of a private flood insurance market. Right now, almost all flood insurance is written through the government. The one is lack of clarity as to what is acceptable private flood insurance, and the second thing it's trying to address is uncertainty about the effect of private insurance on the continuous coverage requirement. So it's a great bill. Hopefully Congress will pass it. It'll definitely help lower flood insurance rates if we have some competition from the private sector. Now, USDA rural housing, as of Friday, the 3rd of July, they were still working on files submitted from the 23rd of June, so they're on about a 10-day turn time. So please make sure you're not writing a contract in less than 45 days on the USDA loan. If your lender's a little bit slower, then you definitely need to do a 60-day contract so that you don't miss your closing date. In the local news, the next first-time homebuyer seminar is Saturday, July 18th in Newark, Delaware at the Christiana Hilton Hotel. That's from 10 a.m. to noon. You can register for that event by giving us a call, 302-703-0727, or online, www.delawarehomebuyerSeminar.com. Look forward to seeing you guys next week.